We can start, Sunil. Thank you.
We can start?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Very good afternoon and also good evening, depending on our countries. So thank you very much, CFE, for giving me the chance to speak on this webinar on driving towards secure automotive product development and based on ISO 21434. So before proceeding further regarding CFCRT, is an independent auditing company that is accredited by UCAS and IES and operating in many countries. Is a member of British Education Accreditation Authority, and this is also a member of a Association of British Certification Bodies. CFE-CRT provides the gap analysis training, audit, certification service in many such as information security, business continuity, and other stuffs. Okay. So with this introduction, I would also like to give you very high level introduction. The organization, we are partner with the CFE and we are from Zuku Consulting Private Limited. And we are mainly in the cybersecurity, functional safety, automotive spies, mechanical spies, agile spies, hardware spies, data management, and also we provide the integrated approach. So we perform mainly the three activities: assessment, consulting, and trainings. We are the certified assessor at the top positioning in this field. We have several principal assessors worldwide, and we keep the complete confidentiality and objectivity. Conduct assessment for OEMs, Tier 1, Tier 2, and further. We also provide the support for the coachings for all these domains where our consultant go to organizations and provide on-site, online support to our customers. We are also the accredited training provider from VDA QMC, and we provide all Intact certified trainings. We start with your provisional assessor, competent, and guidelines training, cybersecurity for automotive spies, data management, agile spies, hardware spies, and all. So we are all also the member of Korean Spice Network, CSN, and VDA QMC. And of course, we are the founding member of Intex.info. Okay. And we are representing India in the Intex. We are advisor to Korean Chinese Spice Network, accredited training provider, and we have various resources with us. At top is certified instructor at competent level for all these spice related models, and also the principal assessors, competent provisional, cybersecurity experts, functional safety, and the consultants. So with this short introduction of my organization, this is my profile. My name is Sunil Kumar, and I work around 10 years in Japan with Business Cube, then around 4 years with the Method Park, German company. Now I am working with Zuku Consulting Private Limited, based in India. But yes, work is all over world. And I'm certified automotive spy cybersecurity engineers, certified functional safety professionals, instructor at competent assessor level for all spice related models, and also the principal assessor certified by Intex and ARCS, representing India, advisor to Korean Chinese Spice Network. And my main focus is mainly the process improvement in system, software, hardware, okay, cyber security, functional safety, CMI 26262. And our core expertise is in providing the integrated solutions. You know, there are the several standards in industry. Okay. So every after 6 months or 1 year, you get a new standards, or you are looking, your customer is looking to comply with certain standards. So we provide generally the integrated solution. Every organization, we always recommend to have one set of process, and you should integrate the requirement of various standard within your QMS. I have the experience since 1997 in this, and in automotive spice working since its inception from 2005. Okay. Generally working with all spice model as soon as it comes into existence, and had been the keynote speakers in various conferences. With this introduction, now I will go with my core part of today's presentations regarding the cybersecurity. Okay. So this presentation I divided into the 4 modules. High-level overview of cybersecurity. We will try to understand the basics, why we require cybersecurity, not only cybersecurity, any process, any model, okay, that we need to have some motivation to do it. Everything comes with some cost, and there should be a reason. Different ways to achieve automotive cybersecurity. Now, various standards available in industry, and that we can look for providing the cybersecurity in our products. And then I will also discuss one methodology to achieve safe product. More very popular methodology is TARA. Okay, that also I will give you the brief overview of TARA. So with this, let us start with overview. So what is cybersecurity? Cybersecurity is a practice for reducing the cyber crimes by protecting, defending the internet connected systems. Okay, whatever the system connected with internet means it is open to world. Okay, something can come from this. Okay, and that includes your computer, servers, mobile device, whatever the device can be connected with internet. Okay, software, hardware. And why these attacks can be done? These attacks are done for theft, for mischief, for terrorism, insurance frauds, counterfeitings. Okay, and there is an endless list for this. And our aim is to protect from all this. We need to define some mechanism. Okay. So finally, we need to stop any unauthorized access. Any access, it should be authorized one. Okay. We need to stop such as hackers to control or operate your vehicle. We need to define a mechanism. We need to build a barrier so that no one can access or steal your data. We need to protect our data. Okay. So here someone is there to steal. And we need to ensure that no one can manipulate the important data of your vehicle, your ECU data, your keys data, your personal data, your customers data, your relatives data, okay, that we need to protect from the hackers, okay. And security and safety, these are very common terms. Sometimes it looks somewhat similar, but no, there is a difference between these two, security and safety. Person outside word. Generally, the guys who are in security, they say, keep your door closed. Okay. For safety, I says, keep doors open. So here from person outside word, threat comes to your product device and it harms your device. It steals the data. Whereas if there is some hazards, then it impact your person or environment, that is safety. So security deals with protection against the threats originated by humans. Intentionally threat is originated. It is not coming by own, okay? It is not like some flaws is there. People are there who want to steal your data, okay? They are expert in their act. So we need to protect from them. Whereas safety deals with protection against hazards and risk, okay, by the operation of a system. So absence of unreasonable risk. Very, very important part when we understand and try to differentiate between safety and security. Sometimes there is a contradictory goals of safety and security. So it is not only the cyber security, our vehicle's dependability. There are the various attributes. Vehicle depend on your safety, security, reliability, availability. Okay. So if security is one of the attribute of the any vehicle dependability. So safety, protection of users from harm due to malfunction of e-systems. Security, protection of e-system from the threats by attackers that is coming from the outside. Reliability, avoiding the failures and malfunction of e-systems. Avoiding loss of the service due to failure. that contribute to the availability. Okay. So we need to understand these different terms to pinpoint the security related aspects. So this is very high level about the cyber security. And now we need to see why cyber security. If we will see the trend, if we will see some records, and I would strongly recommend to go through this magazine, Upstream Automotive Cybersecurity Report. Yes, it gives the data, and you will realize that what are the situation now. Okay, you will see 225% in last 3 years reported cybersecurity incidents. Okay, top attack category is data privacy breach 38%, theft break-ins 27%. Control system 20%, others 15%. Okay. So if we will not prepare ourselves, then this percentage will increase rapidly. In September 2021, thieves used sophisticated hacking hardware to steal the 25 European-made luxury car in London, in your country. 124 vehicle theft were reported in first half of 2021 in Canada. The city is having just 211,000 residents. 66% theft were via keyless entry tech. Okay. So situation is very alarming. If we don't initiate the activity, relay attack with antenna, I will give you some examples, okay, or demonstrate you. On 2021 in Germany, BMW M2 competition attacker used a massive antenna to get access into car and stole it within 56 seconds. Just have a look on this small video. And it is done. Also, I'll give you another one.
It's not fun to have your 2-ton SUV's brakes hacked just as you're parking in front of a ditch. Okay, hold on tight. Hold on. Oh. That's what I've learned from Charlie Miller and Chris Valasek, a pair of hackers who have spent the last year developing a piece of software that can wirelessly sabotage its 2014 Jeep Cherokee. It hasn't been altered in any way. There are no devices attached to it. But like many thousands of Jeeps around the world, it can be remotely hacked over the internet through a cellular connection to its entertainment system that would allow someone to take over its steering, its transmission, and even its brakes. To demonstrate that, I'm going to act as today's crash test dummy and drive it on the highway here in St. Louis, while Charlie and Chris hijack its digital systems from Charlie's house miles away. They wouldn't tell me what they had plans, but they assured me that it wouldn't be anything life-threatening. Remember, Andy, no matter what happens, don't panic. It's not the first time I've driven a car while it's being attacked by these two hackers. But in 2013, they were in the back seat, and their laptops were wired into the vehicle to a port in its dashboard. Now they're sending the same sort of attacks remotely, and I have no idea what they might do.
He's going as fast as I've seen him. So first we're gonna turn the fan on him. Yeah, let's turn the fan on, see if he even notices.
All right, something just turned on, all the fans and AC and stuff. I didn't do that. The trick started small. Oh my God. There's a picture of Charlie and Chris in tracksuits that just appeared on the dashboard. But as I drove down the interstate, things started getting unpleasant and very loud. Turn it down.
Such a fun video. See, look, I got to enjoy
The air conditioning is blasting, the music is blasting, and I can't see anything because of the windshield wiper fluids.
Okay, do it. Do it. Kill the engine.
So we're killing the engine right now.
It says park says actually can't accelerate. I stomped on the gas, but the Jeep slowed to a crawl. It says 43 miles an hour, but I'm not going that fast. I turned on my hazard lights, but I was still stuck in the right lane with no shoulder to escape onto. Guys, I'm stuck on the highway.
I don't know. I think he's panicking. He's not gonna be able to hear us with that radio. It's so loud.
Guys, I need the accelerator to work again.
The accelerator will work.
It won't work. You're doomed.
Seriously, it's dangerous. I need to move.
You gotta turn the car off.
Okay.
Now you should be good to go.
Semi drove by. All right, I'm gonna pull over because I have PTSD. Charlie and Chris have only tested the full range of their attacks on a Jeep Cherokee, but they say that hundreds of thousands of late model Chrysler vehicles may be vulnerable through a feature called Uconnect, an internet-connected computer in the dashboard known as its head unit.
These cars head units expose a particular service that probably they didn't want to. It lets you do things like query it for information like the GPS or the VIN or all sorts of other things, but it also lets you just run commands.
So you have to first break into the car remotely over the cell network and then move laterally if you want to do things like send CAN messages. And those are the messages that we can use to control things like steering or the windshield wipers or braking.
They plan to release a portion of their exploit code at the annual Black Hat Hacker Conference next month. They've also alerted Chrysler, which is issuing a security patch. But they say a lot more needs to be done to protect a new generation of cars that are increasingly connected to the internet and potentially hackable. You guys basically brought this car to a standstill while I was driving on the highway, which I may never forgive you for. And that was just like an experiment. What do you think is the worst case scenario?
We wanted to point out, to show that this attack has serious consequences for this vehicle. And so we did, attack you, but we did it in as safe a way as we could. So we didn't want you to get hurt, obviously. That's why we're working, is to make sure that we figure out vulnerabilities, weaknesses, get them fixed.
We're only two guys with one car, right? So, we can't look at every car, and we want to release this information because more people like us need to be focused on this problem.
After their stunt on the highway, Chris and Charlie still wanted to show me a couple of other tricks. Below a certain speed, they can control the Jeep steering as long as it's in reverse, pop its locks, mess with the speedometer, and, of course, disable the brakes. Okay, hold on tight. Hold on.
He's not getting out of that. I think so.
We're going to be doing some flushing.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. That's how you drive.
Good. So this was the Jeep Cherokee Hack 2015. That is for failure, malfunction, nefarious activities. Charlie Miller and Chris Welsack originally hacked a Jeep Cherokee, remotely controlling it on the highway. Okay. Some more examples. We have Rolls-Royce in 2024, this year only, stolen using an antenna to pick up the owner's key signal. Hyundai 2017, Video Link application had a vulnerability where the hackers could start the car by getting access to unsecured Wi-Fi. Mitsubishi 2016, the alarm of outsider's car had vulnerability due to which the hacker gained access to the vehicle's Wi-Fi and disabled the security system of vehicle. Chrysler, BMW, GM, Nissan 2005 vehicle Bluetooth system was hacked. Hacker could listen to the conversation of nearby consumer as well as could download the contact informations. Okay. So these problems gives us a motivation that why cybersecurity is needed. Okay. And we need to provide some protection. And for that, we have some standards. In this session, I will show you the different ways to protect the security. And we have the UNEC regulation R155. Okay, recently it came, and this is the starting point, making the mandatory in European market particularly to apply this law and to keep the car protected from cyber crimes. We have the international standards, ISO, SAE 21434. We have some regional local act laws for Cybersecurity Act in EU. USA also have NHT SACS guidelines. China have some law. And also we have Automotive Spice for cybersecurity. So let us see first UNEC. This is United Nations Economic Commission for Europe, UNEC. Okay. So here, this is dealing with UN regulation on cybersecurity software update to pave the way for mass rollout of connected vehicle. It was published in 2020. So there are the two new regulations on cybersecurity and software update that will help tackle these issues by establishing clear performance and audit requirement for car manufacturers. These are the first ever internationally harmonized and binding norms in this area. Okay. So before that, there was no binding norms. And now it is coming into picture. And these two new regulations, they are mainly dealing with four distinct disciplines: managing the vehicle cyber risk, securing vehicles by design to mitigate risk along the value chain, detecting and responding to the security incident while vehicle fleet, and last is providing safe and secure software update, ensuring vehicle safety is not compromised. We need to make sure that security is also not compromised. So out of these four, three are dealt with cyber security management system. Last one dealt with cyber security software update, SUMS. Of course, I will explain a little bit. So these regulations apply for car, vans, trucks, and buses. They will come into force in January 2021. Already it is there. Okay. Japan also indicated a plan to apply these regulations upon entry. And of course, Republic of Korea also adopted a stepwise approach for this. So this is UNEC for Europe Working Party, this 29. This is Global Forum for car, vans, trucks, coaches, bus, powered two vehicles, two-wheelers, agriculture vehicle, non-road mobile machines. OEM need to implement WP29 work product for type approval in 58 states. You can see the map, mainly the European countries. USA, Canada are part of UNEC, but they have right to not to recognize. They are also in UNEC, but they can reject. Okay. But these 58 states has to follow. Together, the EU, Republic of Korea, and Japan accounted for some 32 million vehicles produced in 2018, representing just 1/3 of the global production. So altogether, 1/3 of global production need to follow the UNEC regulations. Okay. And they defined cybersecurity related practices that, of course, can be mapped or can be understood by 21434 also. The standard is also in the same line. Okay. And for this, for meeting this requirement, we have CSMS, SUMS, ISMS. So the CSMS, SUMS, if we come back here, we have seen these four distinct disciplines. Out of four, this three is dealt by CSMS. Okay. And updating the software by SUMS. And of course, we also considered ISMS, very popular, already established mechanism standards for IT security, information security. When we talk about CSMS, this is Cyber Security Management System. It means a systematic risk-based approach defining organizational processes. Okay, this is also like a QMS, for process improvement, generally we call QMS. Okay, and this is organization-based processes, responsibilities, governance to treat the risk associated with cyber threats to vehicle and protect them from the cyber attack. A regulation is R155. And standards compliant with this is 21434 and CSM is well known. When it comes to the software update management system, then the systematic approach defining organizational process and procedure to comply with the requirement for delivery of software update according to these regulations. And this is R156. Okay. So please, this is difference. Here R155 for CSMS, R156 for SUMS. And this is the compliant standards 24089. And this is called SUMS. This is our well-established approach. Most of the IT companies are following this information security management system, framework of policies, procedure for systematically managing the organizational sensitive data. Okay, these two for your vehicle, automotive. Okay, here is organization sensitive data. But just I try to put here just to show some difference and show some inline. This is based on ISO 27000. ISMS, TISAX, that we call it. Next is International Standard 21434. And this is our international standards. This is in 15 clauses, okay? And there are some clauses related with the organization, some is related with the development, okay? When we develop a product. And if you have the experience in functional safety 26262, these are also framed somewhat similar, structured. Okay. Here also we have, there you have seen in 26262 part 2, organizational functional safety management. Project dependent is also in part 2. Okay. But these are clause 5, organizational cybersecurity management, project dependent cybersecurity management, distributed. This is your supplier monitoring. Okay. Managing your suppliers. Continuous cybersecurity activities. Continuously we are getting. And this part is the product development. Okay. This is very high level actually compared to 26262 or any other standard like automotive spice. Here we have the concept phase and then we have the product development. You see, clause 10, I think consists of our all process, 10 process of automotive spice. Okay. Very high level here. And then the validation. Okay. And post development. And last is TARA, threat analysis risk assessment method. That also I will explain today. Okay. So altogether, organization related, development related. So this is the same, just other way, presentation of 21434 structure, the complete clauses from 1 to 15. And also we have presented the sub clauses for your better understandings. Earlier, these are the introductory organizational only 3 clauses. 8 is product development related. Okay. For part 5, clause 5, we need to take care about the cybersecurity governance, cultures, information sharing, management system. They are also expecting already you should have some management system in place, maybe 16949, or maybe 9001, or maybe automotive spice or CMMI. Okay, something should be in place before you start your cybersecurity activities. And then carry on, add on related with cybersecurity related steps. This is project dependent related, distributed cybersecurity, continuous cybersecurity, concept phase, product development. You see how short it is. Design and integration verification. Everything, architecture design, detailed design, coding, here in unit verification, integration, software testing, system integration, system qualification testings. Okay. And of course, validation. This validation is against cybersecurity goal, verifying the cybersecurity goal. And these are the 7 steps of the TARA. Okay, very, very important methodology. Other part here is regional local act law, that is cybersecurity and all. So here you see we have some UNEC has no international standing. So it is not like every country need to follow the UNEC. US, as I already mentioned, Canada and this USA is part of UNEC, but they have the authority to reject. Okay. So US approach, they are following National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. China have GBT, GB standards planned for 2020 to 23. Okay. So given the widespread use of UN regulations, so I'm sure slowly, other country will also start adopting. Okay. If they are the supplier of European OEMs, then certainly they also need to look for these regulations. And to meet these regulations, yes, 21434 is very, very important standards. Okay. And next is about automotive spice for cybersecurity assessments. Okay. So, automotive spice already well established standards in automotive domain for process improvement. And this is extended to the cybersecurity also by adding few processes. Here we have cybersecurity requirement elicitations, implementations, verifications, validation. 4 cybersecurity engineering process group, this is newly added. These other processes are already existing in automotive spice. Okay, only the green boundaries, and also the supplier request and the selection. Here is cybersecurity risk management. Okay, these are also added in scope of the spice for cybersecurity. Okay, and of course, not only this, our existing process also stand valid when we are conducting the cybersecurity related improvement assessments audits. So supplier request and selection, that is to award a supplier with a contract agreement based on criteria. Risk management, this is mainly the TARA actually. If you lead this process, and the TARA and 21434, their approach is same, but their structure is slightly different. Okay. But if you know the TARA, you can very well understand cybersecurity risk management means 7 of automotive spice. Then we have here cybersecurity requirement elicitations. This process is responsible for driving the cybersecurity goals, requirement from outcome of the risk management. Okay. So in risk management, we identify the risk treatment decisions, and based on this, we drive the cybersecurity goals and ensure the consistency with risk assessment goals and cybersecurity requirement. Regarding the implementation, we need to allocate the requirement to the element of system and software and ensure they are implemented. Means they are designed, they are coded, and implemented. Risk treatment verification. This gives the verification of all requirement, architecture design, detailed design, coding, confirm implementation of design and integration components comply with the cybersecurity requirement, a refined architecture design and detailed design. Design is already existing, and then we have added cybersecurity related stuff, and then we are ensuring or verifying that our product is compliant with this. Regarding the validation, this is absolutely for the cybersecurity goal. Validation, here is slightly different actually. What we learned until now, verification, validations, okay? In customer environment, real environment with end user validation. And when we are satisfying the requirement internally, then the verification. But this validation is only to validate the cybersecurity goals, not requirement. Okay. And here we have the mapping, because automotive spice for cybersecurity 21434, they are very close to each other. Okay. If we see some organizational related here, that is in automotive spice level 3 requirement. If you will go through the GPs, this is also for level 2 requirement. This is ACQ2, ACQ4. These are the automotive spice processes. Okay. And this is our product development, all SEC 1 to SEC 4. TARA is MEN 7. Very high level mapping, just to understand. And hereafter, if you interested in cybersecurity, I would strongly recommend go with 21434 and by the side read Automotive Spice for cybersecurity, because Automotive Spice basically only for development. Okay. So Automotive Spice will give you a lot of informations which will be compliant with our 21434 as well. So this is addressed by the audit of ACSMS, Automotive Cybersecurity Management System. Okay. So these highlighted boxes, clause 6, clause 5, clause 8, 12, 13, 14, addressed by audits, and this is addressed by an assessment according to the cybersecurity for automotive spice. Okay, because these are the development activities. Okay, and development activity and automotive spice process both are compliant with each other, and assessment can be performed together with our existing automotive spice and also the cyber security for automotive spice. So we need to understand slightly the terminologies or the different mechanism for the verifications. We have the assessment according to Automotive Spice for cybersecurity, Automotive Spice cybersecurity management system audit. Okay, so both are not same. So this is assessment of process and their work product. It is more project focused. Automotive Spice for cybersecurity assessment that cannot replace ACMS. This is ACMS. Okay. Automotive size cybersecurity management system audit is an audit of objective of organizational cybersecurity management system processes. So we need to see whether all the processes are defined at organization level, but here we have to go some more deeper in the projects to check whether it is also being implemented. Okay. So 21434 and ACMS audit are done for evaluation of organizational cybersecurity management capabilities. That is according to 21434 is an assessment of all work product. Okay, ACMS capability for the processes management system. Assessment as per 21434 of all work product. Here we need to ensure the quality and consistency in all work product. Whereas assessment based on automotive spice is for assessment for process. Work product, yes, of course, and that can satisfy the processes. Here we go for the like a sampling approach, not reading line by line of every work product. Here our more focus is to check the processes. Okay, but here we have to make sure the review or the quality or confirmation reviews of all work products. These are the different ways to achieve automotive spice, automotive cyber security. And now I will give you some high level of the TARA methodology. So we have seen the clause 9. Clause 9 is concept phase. First, we need to define the item. And this is cybersecurity goal. So cybersecurity goal is not defined at this level. Before coming to the goal, we have to go through the TARA. Perform risk analysis, select risk treatment, and then drive the cybersecurity goal. And with these two boxes, the complete TARA is defined. Okay. TARA is most established method for cybersecurity threat analysis and risk assessment. We have here asset identification. What is asset that I will explain to you. Then based on this, we have to identify the threat scenarios. Okay. And then the impact ratings, attack path analysis, attack feasibility ratings, risk determination, risk treatment decisions. And this is your complete TARA. So you need to understand and remember these 4 important steps of the TARA. Identify the asset. Okay, what is assets? That have the value to you. Okay. Threat scenario, threat identifications, impact ratings, attack path analysis, attack feasibility ratings, and based on the risk determination, risk treatment decisions. Okay. Now let us go. I think we are here. So cybersecurity requirement identify allocated to the component here. Okay. What is assets? We need to, these are the cybersecurity properties. Okay. To secure them. What are this? Confidentiality, integrity, availability, non-repudiations, okay, authentications, and that add the value. And consequences of loss of this, any of the confidentiality, integrity, then we create the damage scenario. Okay. That would be impact on safety, finance, operational privacy, SFOP for impact. Impact, these are the impact categories. Safety, finance, operational, and privacy. Okay. So threat scenario identification, how they are determined? They are determined that impose a specific risk to initiate a damage scenario with impact on relevant stakeholders. Impact on relevant stakeholders. Now stakeholders, see here is also like OEM is also stakeholder, driver is also a stakeholder. Okay, car user is a stakeholder. Both have the different impact. And it depends, like, okay. Threat identification can be done with the help of STRIDE. This is also a very popular methodology. That is the spoofing, tampering, spoofing the identity, using another user's identity, tampering with data, malicious unauthorized modification of data. Repudiation, user can deny performing an actions. Information disclosure, exposure of the information to unauthorized persons. Denial of service, service becomes unavailable. Elevation of privilege, user task gets higher privilege than assigned. So impact is projection of the extent of damage or physical harm that could result from a given scenario. We need to define different scenario and we need to find out how much impact it will have. Okay, these are the 4 categories. Safety, injury due to malfunction. Safety may not be for the OEM, okay, but yes, for the car user. Financial can be for both, extra cost due to callback to the OEM, or if your vehicle is unusable. Operational, cars cannot be used or operated. Privacy, theft of the personal data. Okay. And all these 4 can be defined in severe, major, moderate, negligible. Okay. That also we will see. If we see here, impact category criteria for safety, this is totally taken from 26262. There is no change. Severe, life-threatening injuries, major, severe, and life-threatening. Moderate, light, and moderate injury, S1, S0, no injury. If financial is there, severe financial damage lead to catastrophic consequences which the affected stakeholder might not overcome. Major financial damage lead to substantial consequences. Moderate financial damage lead to inconvenient consequences. Negligible financial damage lead to no effect, negligible consequences, or it is irrelevant to the stakeholders. When we talk about the operational damage lead to vehicle not working, from non-intended operation up to vehicle being non-operational. Major operational damage lead to loss or vehicle function. Moderate lead to partial degradation. damage lead to no effect. Privacy damage lead to significant or even irreversible impact to the road user. In this case, information regarding road user is highly sensitive and easy to link. Privacy damage lead to serious impact. Privacy lead to significant inconvenience to the road user. No effect or can create few inconveniences. And here we have given one examples for impact rating, how we need to assign. We have the damage scenario that we have given one example. Manipulate the torque of the vehicle by compromising the CAN-FD subnet of GW drive and applied wrong torque parameters. For safety, here is a road user or driver is a stakeholder, not OEM. So this is S3, life threatening. F2, financial damage lead to substantial consequences. O2, operational damage. P0, there is no problem in privacy. The private damage lead to no effect or can create few inconveniences to the road user. Okay, so again, it depends the type of damage scenario, and we need to assign the different weightage or different ratings to the different categories. Okay, the impact, the dominating impact is the safety of the driver or the road user. That's why you see S3. Rest all is 2 or 0. Next is attack path analysis. So we need to analyze the path through which attack can be realized. Risk assessment calculate the relative value of impact and attack feasibility to determine the associated risk. Attack path analysis used to calculate the attack feasibility ratings. Attack feasibility rating. Now we have seen impact rating, okay, SFOP. Safety, financial, operational, P, privacy. Now we will see the attack feasibility ratings, okay. That evaluates the attack and assets based on the various attacker dimensions that require the knowledge of the tools, knowledge of the product, knowledge of the environment to realize the attack. These attack rating can then be used to determine the feasibility of an entire attack. Okay. So typical asset identification, feasibility rating, discuss how to calculate overall feasibility to complete attack path, application of describing the methods. So we are here, application to threat based on use cases. Okay. And this analysis that is helping to calculate the attack feasibility ratings. We have different attack assets, okay, maybe cryptographic key, wireless on car interfaces, wired on car interface, on car ECU, on car sensors. They were covered in 5 major categories, okay, which are further split into different attack method and broken down to different technology used in the vehicles. So here we need to understand this. Attack feasibility, if it is high, then you require low effort. Okay. It means attack can be performed easily. You need not to be very expert. You don't require much time. Okay. And that is possible. Highly feasible, utilizing minimal effort. It is slightly inverse, or not slightly, completely inverse. So we need to understand this. Medium effort, quite feasibly utilizing moderate efforts. Okay. Low, very high effort. If feasibility is low, very low, then we require very high effort. Like cryptographic keys cannot be broken with current available time and effort. It is difficult or almost never possible to accomplish the attack path. There are the 3 methods to drive the attack feasibility ratings: attack potential based approach, common vulnerability scoring, CVSS, attack vector based approach. Most commonly the attack potential based approach. I will explain this part. Here we need to determine these 5 parameters. elapsed time, specialist expertise, knowledge of item, window of opportunity, and equipment. Time required to prepare and execute an attack. Specialist ability of the attacker. Difficulty or level of information needed for the knowledge. Window of opportunity, attacker's window to perform an attack based on accessibility. Equipment needed by an attacker to execute an attack. Okay. This elapsed time, specialist knowledge, window of opportunity, equipment is also defined in 18045. Okay. And for this elapsed time, we need to define some values. And this also you can find in Annex 21434, ISO SAE 21434. Okay. And that also you can develop your own approach. You can customize, but now we were presenting this. So for expertise is layman, proficient, expert, multiple experts. And as per this, we are assigning these values 3, 6, 8. Unknowledgeable compared to experts, proficient person. Okay. Multiple expert is introduced to allow for a situation where different field of expertise required at an expert level or distinct steps. If we see the knowledge of the item, public, some item is always some information already available on internet. Public information available. Product homepage or internet for you. You require 0. Restricted, confidential, strictly confidential. Okay. And accordingly, we need to assign the values. Window of opportunities, unlimited. Okay. Highly availability via public untrusted network without any time limitations. Remote access without physical presence. Easy, moderate, difficult, very low availability of item or component. Impractical level. That is the 10. When we talk about the equipment, standard equipment you require for the attack, maybe like laptop, CAN adapters, OBD, dongles, ordinary tools, screwdrivers, soldering irons, and multiple bespoke, different type of bespoke equipment required to distinct steps of attack. Okay. And then we can assign these values. Okay. So with this, when we assign all this, and then we will add actually, we will make a table for the attack feasibility. We will add these value, and then we will see these value falls in which range. And we decide that total is 15, then attack feasibility rating is medium. Okay. So this is something like this here. Elapsed time, specialist expertise, knowledge of item window. We pick up 1 ratings. And then in Excel file, you should create Excel file automatically. These should take your values. And here we have the total value 14. And the attack feasibility will be medium because 14 comes in medium. And this is all is added 336 for 10 or for 14. Total value for attack feasibility. Okay. And when you have the attack feasibility, now we have drive the impact also. Do you remember? We have the impact categories, SFOP, okay, safety, financial, operational, and P is privacy. There we were having severe, major, moderate, negligible. Just now we have seen the attack feasibility, very low, low, medium, high. And this is a risk matrix. Okay. And these are the impact. Now you calculate with this, and then you can define your risk. Another formula is here. Example 2, risk 1 plus impact multiply feasibility. Then also you can determine the risk. This is risk determination. Okay. And after the risk determination, then we need to decide the treatment decisions. Whether we need to manage this risk or we should ignore this, avoiding risk, reducing, sharing, retaining. Okay. Avoiding maybe by buying some license or maybe reducing. This is the way where we need to define the cybersecurity goal. Okay. Rationale for retaining the risk and sharing the risk are recorded. Sharing and retaining as a cybersecurity claims subject to the monitoring and vulnerability. Avoiding maybe asking some supplier or buying some insurance. Reducing, this is the place where we need to start our cybersecurity activities by defining the cybersecurity goals. And certainly after goal, we are going for cybersecurity requirement, designs, detailed designs, coding, treatment, verifications, validation, and all. So altogether, we need to ensure the cybersecurity in automotive product, protection against the cyber threats, that measures ensure that vehicle automotive systems are protected against various cyber threats, prevention of remote attacks. A robust cybersecurity measure can help prevent unauthorized individuals from taking control, safeguarding sensitive data. Effective cybersecurity measures protect this data from being accessed, stolen, or manipulated by malicious actors, preserving the user privacy and preventing the identity thefts. And at the last part of this presentation, cybersecurity integral part of automotive product development, TARA is important engineering methodology. Okay. Central part of TARA is attack surface assessment with an extensive feasibility rating for each attack. And we establish how the attack path shall be built from individual attack steps with endpoint as target. It shall also be noted that the fact that attack feasibility decreases with more security measures implemented. That's all for this, and time is already up. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, you can reach to these emails. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sunil.
Thank you very much.